It's December 1914, 4 months into a war everyone said would be over by Christmas. Instead, men are frozen in trenches a few hundred meters apart, machine guns aimed at each other across a strip of mud called no man's land. When World War I began in the summer of 1914, most soldiers on both sides believed they'd be home by Christmas. Instead, by December, the war had stalled into trench warfare, a brutal stalemate stretching across Belgium and northern France. Conditions were miserable: cold, wet, disease-ridden trenches, sometimes only 50 to 100 meters from the enemy line, close enough to hear each other talking, close enough, it turned out, to hear each other singing. On the night of December 24th, along parts of the front, German soldiers began decorating the edges of their trenches with small Christmas trees and candles, a German tradition called Tannenbaum. Then came the singing. German troops began singing Stille Nacht, Silent Night. British troops recognized the tune, and some began singing it back in English. For a moment, the two sides weren't shooting. They were listening to each other. By Christmas morning, in several sections of the front, soldiers began cautiously climbing out of their trenches, unarmed, hands visible, to meet in the middle. What followed in some places was extraordinary. Soldiers who had been trying to kill each other exchanged food, cigarettes, buttons, and addresses. There are accounts of shared photographs of family back home, and even impromptu games of football played in no man's land. It wasn't universal. The truce happened in pockets along the line, not everywhere, and some officers on both sides strongly disapproved. Military high command on both sides was alarmed. Fraternizing with the enemy undermined the entire logic of the war. If soldiers saw each other as people rather than targets, how could commanders keep them fighting? By December 26th, officers on both sides were ordering the truce to end. The war ground on for 4 more years. The Christmas Truce didn't stop the war. It didn't even last more than a day or two. In most places it happened. But for a brief moment, in the middle of one of the deadliest conflicts in history, ordinary soldiers chose to see each other as human beings rather than enemies. That's the kind of detail that doesn't make it into most textbooks, but it's the kind of detail that actually tells you something true about history. If you want more stories like this, the details history almost forgot, subscribe. New episodes weekly.